Fallout 4, we're working on the magazines, the U.S. Covert Operation Manual, AA Gamer for Life. Okay, right there you saw three of these are kind of mission related, not kind of are mission related, and we're going to go ahead and start this one off. We're over at the National Guard Training Yard. Most likely here because the lady over at Bunker Hill asked us to clear it out. And at that point in the game, you want to do what you can to get Bunker Hill happy. You do their two quests and they have a lot more money. Right up there where you saw me shoot was the office that has the code for the monitor. Alright, you go through the little hallway into the other building. And this place is jammed up with ferals, so once you dispatched all the uglies in there, okay, again, that's where we're at. Okay, you saw me shoot into that room. That's the office that has the code for the computer. There's probably a really good chance that you cannot hack that computer at that point in the game, depending on where you are. But if you're much later in the game, then maybe you can hack it. Anyway, down in the little cafeteria area is our first magazine.
Nice.
Okay, I'm a big sneak person. It's one of my main combat things. I constantly, 90% of all my combat is in a sneak mode. And definitely save the game a lot, save it often. Okay, this is the switchboard. Basically, this is the way in. You have to progress through the railroad when you do the Freedom Trail, and when you go in there, the quest will basically take you into this trade craft where they ask you to go to the old switchboard, or there used to be their main hub before the Institute took it over. And so this is a mission related one. You cannot get in here prior to that unless you had a master skill of hacking. And to be honest with you, I can't tell you whether or not if you can get this far up into this part. All I know is that at this point in the game, my hacking is nowhere near a master level, so I could not get in here.
Yes.
And the front door is basically disabled, so you can't get in here. So we're on the quest to trade craft because I'm basically looking to get my deliverer pistol, and that's how you get it. So whether or not you can get up in there off quest, I cannot really answer that. But way down in the glowing sea is this abandoned shack, and after you've been down in there, it'll turn into a different name. Maybe we'll see it. I forget exactly, but there's the location. You don't need to be. It's not quest related. There's a little bit of holotapes and stuff about the people that got trapped down under here when the bombs fell and all that. Basically, when you take the ladder down, you come down here, there's going to be a half a dozen or more synths to deal with. Dispatch them and get to the very bottom level is where the magazine will be. Okay, right by the monitor, there's a safe there, and then right to the left of the monitor is our third magazine.
Yes.
What you reading there?
Okay, so that is the name of the place we're at. From the abandoned shack. Surveillance Center K218. Okay, so once down into the satellite, there's a ton of loot in this place. A dozen or more raiders. First time down here, you'll encounter a raider with a minigun. Okay, a lot of times what I'm going to show you is like this door. I can't remember if it's a master lock or a lock or whatever, but I'm going to show you the access to either like the passcode to the computer or the key to the door. But anyway, if you continue down, all the way down through there, you're going to dispatch everybody. You come through this door here, and there's a bunch of cockroaches, rad roaches in here, and there's a suitcase right in there is where the key for that evidence room is. So if you can't open it or you don't have the your skill level high enough, just continue down through the facilities down to the bottom, dispatch everybody, grab the key, and then head back up into that room. And there's quite a bit of loot in there as well. And our one magazine.
There we go.
Okay, I don't believe that I've prior been here, and then the person over at the farm, one of the Minute quests, said that the raiders up here killed their daughter and stole the locket, and so that quest kind of takes you up in here, or if you just find yourself coming up in here just to have some general fun killing some raiders. Okay, Fort Strong. Okay, this is a mission-based area later in the game when you pursue the Brotherhood. But that's basically an area that you cannot get to till later, but to get to the magazine you totally can. The building is open, so you come in, and right to the right is where the captain's office is.
Yes.
You're pretty handy with a bobby pin.
Okay, so in here by his monitor should be the next magazine. That's the thing,
Yes.
they're easily blended into the background. They're not colorful like the Unstoppables or the Guns and Bullets. As I progress through Fallout 4, the lock picking is one of the things that I upgrade. I hate not being able to lock pick something just because it's a master. So it's definitely something that I put my points by whenever they became available. I can't remember the levels, but anyway, the cat companion, if you come across a lock that's too high that you can't pick, you can always bring her and see if she can unlock it for you. But that also goes inside with Nick Valentine as far as him hacking computers for you. Okay, Libetalia is basically an array of dock boats, and it's quite the little maze of catwalks, and there's a ton of raiders to get to the main hub. Later, when you get to the Institute, there's the main raider out here that is a synth, that's turn raider, whatever. Nevertheless, this main area, you can totally get up in here off that particular mission. And that's why I'm here. Basically, I need zero reason to go to an area to shoot everybody. After all, that's what the game is all about. Anyway, this little lookout area, there's a guy up here with a fat man, and he will definitely ruin your day as you're progressing through this area, so you want to try to snipe him. But our number 6 book is right there.
Nice.
Okay, this little satellite array area, I believe the distress signals will take you in here, lost patrol or whatever. Anyway, our 1 magazine is up in here. And again, I believe the lost patrol will eventually get you up in here. You will find one of the down Brotherhood of Steel, and you follow the little distress signal and it'll take you up to one of the other satellites, but the book is at a different one. Right here is our number 7.
Perfect.
Okay, the federal little stockpile bunker in here is going to be the home of our next one, and it's quite the little maze under here as well. You got to make your way all the way to the back area where I want to say a raider named Red is down there, and I believe next to her couch, chair, whatever, is our magazine. It's a little bit of a jaunt to get back there, no question about it. Okay, when we finally get to her, she will have the access to that monitor, computer. There we go, a little light on the situation will always help. Okay, that's her little woman cave, if you want to call it that, but right there on the coffee table is our number 8 magazine.
Nice.
So, are these comic books educational? Anything of science in there?
Okay, I believe in that area is where
know that? That's the USS Constitution. I hear it's parked
Okay.
up there for tax purposes.
The U.S.
It's an
Constitution.
honor to crew
Okay,
such a
you've got a
storied
master
vessel.
lockpick. You can get into the captain's quarters. Otherwise, go up top, talk to him, and start doing the quests, and he will give you access to his cabin here. And in this area will be the number 9 magazine. At first I was having a little bit of trouble finding it, but I knew it was in here. I wonder if you do this quest and the U.S. Constitution does take off, I do believe you can get, it lands on a
Hey.
different
Tell
building
me what you
in a
want.
different part
Head
of
over
Boston.
there.
Can do.
And I believe you could still get in here because I was wondering if you can get to this magazine if you didn't collect it and this ship is taken off. But my first time through the game, I did make it over to where the ship lands on top of another building. You can get to it again, but it'd be a good idea to collect it before it leaves right now. And it's like right there in plain sight. It's like, so I was saying, these things, they're that magazine blends right into that table.
Yes.
Yeah, urban camouflage is right.
Any good?
Again, if you don't have a master lock picking, then you'd have to go ahead and progress through the missions, and he will give you access to his cabin. Okay, so we're at the fort and we're pursuing Kellogg, and obviously we're down to where right to the left is where Kellogg is, but to get to him we got to take the long way. And as you progress down, there's going to be like a, I believe there's a bedroom, and the magazine
Well,
is
ain't
next to
that a
that.
blast from the past?
Okay. There's no question when you're pursuing Kellogg, it's quite the little trip to get to him. Okay, right there is like a little cafeteria, and I believe there's a bottlehead in there. There's no question that the fort had
Nice.
I guess 3 collectibles that had the guns and bullets on the top floor, and then as you pursue down to Kellogg, you got the one bottlehead, and as you're getting closer is this one bedroom. I think it's next to like a weapons room, locker, if you want to call it that. But anyway, as you progress down is this one bedroom, and there is our next 10 and final magazine. And again, this is on the quest for getting to Kellogg. So some are mission related, and then that's just the way it is. So that's going to take care of our 10 U.S. Covert magazines. And we'll get a look at them on the rack here. That's them.